Story tonight at 5. After a parade of storms over the last week, the roads are definitely clear, but sidewalks and bike paths are another story. Thanks for joining us. I'm John DeLuca.
And I'm Tiffany Murphy. Days after our last snow, pedestrians and cyclists are still facing dangerous conditions along their commute. ABC6 News reporter Caitlin Gelhaus went to see who's responsible for clearing our sidewalks around downtown.
You know the saying, taking matters into your own hands? Well, that's what Jeff Williams, a volunteer for the Providence Streets Coalition, decided to do when several local bike paths were left a mess by recent winter weather.
There are a lot of people who need to rely on the bike network and on our sidewalks being clear to get to work, to get groceries, to do their essential daily activities.
Giles tells me Williams and another volunteer from the coalition started clearing the East Bay bike path on their own, using an e-bike to clear enough snow for cyclists to make it through. He says eventually RIDOT and the DEM did step in and clear the pathways on the bridges, but their concern is the commitment from the state.
Two of our incredible volunteers, like we see so often, people just taking things into their own hands. I mean, if our state agencies and if the city are not going to plow the paths properly, then people just end up taking it into their own hands.
According to the coalition, the DEM told them they do not plow the East Bay bike path so people can take part in winter activities like cross-country skiing and snowshoeing.
I have to guess what's going to be happening as far as things that are going to be clear, and that's not just of snow.
Well, it's not just the bikers that are impacted. In fact, pedestrians too. They have to step down into the street in order to get through this walkway right outside the State House.
So this is a very common occurrence in Providence and all around the city.
Martel was forced to step down and walk in the road on Gaspee Street when he encountered snow and ice in his path.
So we submit complaints to the city points its fingers to the state points its fingers back to perhaps private property owners. So there seems to be no cohesion between these entities.
In Providence, Caitlin Gelhaus, ABC6 News.
Also want to mention ABC6 News did ask city officials who is responsible for clearing that portion of the sidewalk right on Gaspee Street. But that ultimately led to finger pointing, with the Amtrak spokesperson saying it's up to the city to clear both sides of the sidewalk, while city officials say Amtrak is supposed to clear the walkway.